I would like to boost my rating. Cat, like, have some decency.
This is trash bin tennis, not kitty, not
kitty
cat
butthole
litter tennis.
Get the J out of here.
Yeah, get out.
All right, week 1. Let's talk about it. Who are you playing?
Well, I'm in group Roger Federer, which for some reason is the fourth group. It's not the best group.
I'm gonna need to have a word with the commissioner of this league for getting that backwards.
Who is that? My first guy, his name's Eric Gordon. He's actually the only ranked opponent that I play. He's a 3-something. I can't see his full ranking, but I can see his match history, and he lost in straight sets to a 5-something, 6-4, 6-4. So that's pretty good. But he also lost to a 4-something, 6-2, 6-0. So not really sure what to expect. Some pretty inconsistent results from his history.
Gotcha. My first matchup is against a guy named Evan Del Philippus. Sounds like he's got some Greek in him. Perhaps a little CC Pop will come out on court. Another unranked opponent, but I have played him thanks to Player Court. And dang it, he mopped the floor with me.
Is he already in the trash bin universe? Has he had a video?
Yes, he's. If you want to see the video against me and what's been dubbed the Greek Geek.
Oh, that guy. Okay. The guy that showed up with nothing but a water bottle and whooped you.
Yeah. Let's not talk about it.
All right, guys, I am not going to sugarcoat this. I fell to my opponent 4-6, 6-3, and a brutal 2-10 in a deciding tiebreak. The entire match, I really suffered from poor decision-making on when to come forward, and as a result, the guy lobbed me a lot, and in the first set especially, I was sort of running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I was able to correct that in set 2, but for set 1, when I fell behind, I was actually up a break at one point, and all his moving around and my poor decisions exhausted me, and I could not recover in that first set. I also turned off the camera halfway through. All these highlights are from the first set. After I coughed off the break, it was distracting me, and I had to focus on the match. The biggest downfall of the day for me was I served like an absolute chump, especially in the tiebreak, but I had double faults all over the place. It was feast or famine. When I got it in, it was a good serve, and he was sort of popping the return up, but there were way too many double faults for my liking. My opponent's play style, he was inside the baseline a lot, and he sort of tapped my shots around, and that I was actually fine with the level of competition and what he was doing. It was fun. We had a lot of like exciting points, but while I felt like I was in control at some points, there was just a lot of poor decision making all over the place, and I wasn't patient enough. In the second set, I did get my legs under me, and I was able to double break at one point, but I could not carry that momentum into the tiebreak. All the aggression I had, I lost, and after a slew of double faults, I found myself in a 5-1 hole and then eventually in an 8-1 hole. I was tentative and weak, and as Caleb likes to say, there was not a clutch bone in my body. I'd love to play this guy again. Maybe I could give him a better run for the money after looking at the footage, but for this week, he dealt me an L, and I have to live with that. On to week 2.
Yes, guys, my match was played on the clay of Belmont. A little bit of drizzle in the forecast. Wanted to maximize court time, and as we all know, rain can be played through if you're on clay. So that's the reason for this surface. Not my best, but I'm growing. It's growing on me. Starting to gel with it a little bit. I feel like the underlying theme of the day was points were lost or won on my terms. That was cheeky by the Greek Geek right there. A little bit of drop shot. They were either won due to my aggression, my placement, as in this case. Yep, nice point. Way to finish it, baby. Once I got to the net. Or they were lost due to my failure to execute and my errors. But the bottom line, oh, baby, a little bit of suave, some debonair. Love it. But the bottom line is I was putting myself in that position. I was putting myself in the advantageous point, as in that case right there, nice overhead, to clinch the point, to put him away. And that's encouraging, no doubt. Look at that combination. Nice serve out wide, and then to come in and, again, put away the overhead. Puts a smile on my face, no doubt. He did play well. He did play very well, actually. Once he got into the net, he had some controlled and crisp volleys. I have to tip my hat in that regard to the Greek Geek. Nice, look at that. Places on the line, and then cool finish. But the encouraging part, as I mentioned for me, is I was serving well. The most important shot in tennis, as we all know, the serve. And here is a couple examples. Down the tee on the line. And then, boom, baby. Bully him off the court. Nice forehand out of the air. Love it. Here's one more similar one. Down the tee to a tee. Feels fantastic, man. The fundamentals, the most important shot in tennis, as we all know, the serves, the forehands, they were being rattled off thick and fast, so immensely satisfying and encouraging to take away. I believe this is the last point where I was able to outfox and outwit him that I'm going to show. Let's change gears just a little bit. Again, similar points to where I'm getting in a advantageous spot to win the point. But these are ones where I fail to execute the final blow and I flop. Let's take a look at some of these. Yep, I come in. It's mine to win, and an athletic slap of the ball sends it long. Makes my stomach churn, man. I don't know how many of these I'm going to show. Yeah, that one's tough to watch because it was just 95% my point to win. Yeah, just watching too much ATP Tour, man. Trying to do too much. What can I say? But like I said earlier, the fact that I'm getting in these points, getting in these positions within the points to win them, that in itself is something to walk away with an encouraging light, is what I'm trying to say. Nice patience there. Hit one more cross-court forehand, but then I followed up with that. That was perhaps the most egregious one of them all, and I believe that's the last one I'll show. 3-6 in the first set, and then absolute thriller of a second one. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, serving to stay in it, and when it mattered most, in typical California Condor fashion, I crumbled like a house of cards. So 3-6, 5-7, onwards and upwards, man. Here's my reaction in real time. Appreciate you watching. Definitely subscribe. Remember that a trash man tennis. It's all about the tennis trash, man. I suck.